Hello, hello. How may I help? Oh, darling, is that you? It's absolutely dreadful outside. What are you doing here so late? If you needed to talk so badly, why not just call me? It's far too dangerous to leave the house in a storm like this. The wind alone is enough to make a mess out of anyone. Adding heavy rain is a recipe for disaster. Well, if it must be done in person, I understand. But then why not wait until the storm blows over? As urgent as it is, your safety is far more important. Look, let's get you inside before you freeze to death. Yes? Look at you. Completely drenched. Really, do you have no sense of self-preservation? No, I'm not upset. Worried, absolutely, but not upset. Though I must admit, you do look very fashionable. Apart from the mud. Let's change that, shall we? I've got some towels and more than a few spare sets of clothes in the washroom. So please, use whatever you need to clean yourself up. The house is quite large, I'll admit, but you shouldn't get lost on the way there. It's the first door on the left. You can't miss it. We can talk as much as you'd like after that. I'd rather you not get sick from wearing wet clothes. Oh, of course I don't mind. Granted, I'm not entirely sure if my clothes would fit you, but it's better than sitting around wearing damp fabric. You can leave your clothes in there when you're done, and I'll make sure they're washed and dried properly. It's no problem. Take your time. I'll be in the living room when you're done. Now, where did I put those extra blankets? They've got to be around here somewhere. Did I leave them in the spare closet? No, couldn't be. I distinctly remember bringing them out so I could organize those holiday decorations. But before that, I should get the fire going. The matches should be... exactly where I left them. There. Now that that's started, what else am I missing? I'd better go check for those blankets just in case. I have never been so thankful to be wrong before. There you are. Wow. You look... You look much better without all the mud. Does the button-up fit all right? I wish I had more variety, but unfortunately, I'm very used to wearing formal clothes. That's very good to hear. Though, I can see your hair is taking a bit longer than you anticipated. Would you care to join me by the fire? I've got a few nice, cozy, fur-lined blankets that we can wrap ourselves up in. Come take a seat, my dear. There. Nice and warm, isn't it? Here. Let me take the towel while you relax a little bit. The fire should help it dry faster. But I want to assist you however I can. That is, if you're not bothered by me touching your hair. I'm only teasing, my darling. Here. Let me sit behind you so it's more comfortable for both of us. At least there wasn't too much mud in your gorgeous hair. I'd hate to see it ruined in any way. Though, if it did, I'd happily pay for a trip to the salon. I've been thinking about dyeing the tips of my hair just for... what do the kids call it? Funsies. What do you think? I've got a few colors in mind, but if you've any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Or perhaps I should just let the hairdresser surprise me. We could even get matching styles if you're interested in dyeing yours, that sort of thing. What do you say? We could go with a... Oh, bollocks. What do they call it? The My Tiny Horses look? What? You know, the bright neon multicolored vibes? Is that what that means? Okay. Maybe not that far. But I'm sure we could come up with something if the moment presents itself. Now, what did you need to tell me? Whoa, please, I recognize you're excited. But slow down, I can barely understand a word you're saying. Please, you need to calm yourself just a little, or you won't be able to get any words out. And I certainly don't want you to be breathless, especially considering how wet you are from the rain. You were already running out of breath when you got here. We don't need to make that worse. Look, take a deep breath in. And out. In. And out. Better? Good. You really need to take better care of yourself. Thankfully, that is exactly what a butler is for. And you, my darling, have a personal attendant right here. Now that your excitement has settled a little, can you attempt an explanation one more time? No, I heard you. My apologies, I didn't mean to ignore you. But what you're saying is... You've chosen me? I can't believe this. What I meant to say was, I'm beyond humbled that you've decided to take a chance on me, despite having plenty of other options to choose from. Although I know we had such wonderful times together in our trial phase, this is still quite the honor for me. If I'm going to be honest with you, I was worried that I had somehow pushed you away after our last encounter. I'm more than aware of how I lost my composure that night. I've regretted it ever since. It was a substantial lapse in proper conduct and ill-mannered of one such as myself and in my position. It was, as the children say, cringe. If you'd chosen never to speak with me again, it would have been understandable. Although admittedly unfortunate. But this is more than a huge relief for me. I'm more than grateful to finally be able to call you mine. Thank you, darling. You know, I quite enjoy seeing you in my clothes like this. However, I'm sure I'd enjoy them even more sprawled out on the living room floor, as messy as that sounds. Truthfully, it is far too late in the evening, and these formal clothes are making things a bit too stuffy for my liking. Perhaps I should remove them as well. You've been thinking about this for a while now, haven't you? I'll admit that I spent many a night thinking of you as well. Thoughts that are not the most professional for a butler to be having. May I be so bold as to show you, my dear? Your face is bright red. Is it from the heat of the fire? Or perhaps something else? Now, don't hide your pretty little face from me. To tell you the truth, I find it quite delectable. There's no need to be nervous, darling. We won't delve into anything you don't like. Quite the opposite, in fact. I want you to enjoy every last minute. No matter how many people have offered to pay for my entertainment, you are the only one I've ever wanted. Then again, you are the only one that has truly captured my attention. And by proxy, my heart as well. Darling, I shall bear myself completely to you. If only you would do the same for me. Though it seems your reactions speak for themselves. What do you say, darling? Care to make a deal with the devil? Good answer. Quite the clever one you are. By the way, there's no longer any need to concern yourself with getting home. I don't mind taking you back in the morning, but I can't make any promises that you'll be able to walk by then. But no worries. I'm not opposed to carrying you. Now then, my love, my darling, where shall we begin?